So tonight we talk Stonedead Festival with Dewi Evans. Dewi, how are you this evening, mate?
I'm not too bad, Darren. Thank you very much. Enjoying my week off. Well, sort of. Lots of to-dos on my list.
Always there. How far down that to-do list are you done?
About two.
About two. So we're here obviously to talk about Stonedead and volunteering, but before then, a little bit of a catch up. What you been up to, mate, since Stonedead 2025?
Well, as soon as we finished, I started again with prep for 2026. It doesn't stop, Darren.
No.
It's 365 days of the year for me. So my volunteer sort of recruitment starts, well, basically from Stone Dead 2025. It starts on the day and continues throughout the year.
hmm
Uh,
Fantastic, but I'm sure you have some other stuff besides Stone Dead. What gigs have you been to, mate? I'm sure you've been to a
oh,
few. Sure, I've seen on Facebook you've been to one or two.
been to one or two, some smaller ones locally in the Tivoli and Buckley, some bigger ones where I've been with some of my Stone Dead compatriots. We've been to see the likes of Arch Enemy, going to see Infected Rain in a couple of weeks' time,
All right.
bit of the heavier stuff. And then I've also got, well, oh, I've got so many lined up, it's ridiculous. I'm always in the doghouse, Darren, because I book too many things.
Yeah, I get told I can't see everything. Do you get told the same?
Yes, I do, funnily enough. And unfortunately, my better half doesn't share my joy of rock music. She's an 80s girl into sort of a Duran Duran and Wham and
All
all that
right,
sort
yeah.
of stuff. So, yeah.
We
So
won't hold that against her, will we? I've met her
no,
before. She's a very nice lady, mate.
she is, and she tolerates me, so it's not a bad thing.
That's a good thing, mate. What's the best big gig you've been to then since Stone Dead? What was your favourite of what you've seen so far?
Blimey. I think since Stone Dead, I always enjoy Planet Rockstock and Winter's End. I always get a great kick out of those two festivals. And it's one where I help Mr. Bob Moon
Yeah.
set up the stall and what have you. And then he gives me free hand to go and enjoy the music. Myself and the merchant usually help him out.
hmm
And they were excellent, two excellent weekends. So really enjoyed those. They've been the highlights so far.
Yeah.
And now you got that sort of hiatus between now and the next festival, which will be Call of the Wild, the end of
Yeah.
May.
Yeah. That won't be very long, mate, till I meet you in that field. That's
No,
going to be
looking
good.
forward to that one. Looking
Yeah.
forward to that. That one's always a pleasure.
Yeah.
Always a nice, relaxing time for us. And quite a few of our Stone Deaf vols and production team turn up there. It's
Yeah.
it's the start of the summer festival season.
It certainly is. Certainly, that's the way I think about it as well. Yeah, I was at Winter's End a couple of years ago, wasn't I? I saw you there. I quite like that. It's a bit far away for us though, so we'll go again. But when there's something on all 3 days that we really like to see, but I quite like that festival. That's quite nice. Start like finishes as the name says, Winter's End. You got Christmas over with. You got
Yeah,
something to look forward to, haven't you?
absolutely. And it's a nice start to the year, I find. Uh,
Yeah.
and we usually get quite a good turnout there from the old Stone Dead volunteers.
Oh yeah.
We try and take a photo wherever we go. You might have
Yeah.
noticed.
Yeah.
So whichever festival it is, whichever field we're in, we try and gather the clan
hmm
and have a little a photo, which is
Yeah,
always
there's always a big crowd of us there, isn't there, for that photo?
there always is. And you know
Yeah.
what? Fair dues to these people. They travel all over the country. Um, from every corner of the UK, people travel. I mean, I mean, people say to me, "Well, it's just down the road for you, isn't it, Porthcawl?" No, no, it's 4.5 hours
Yeah.
drive for me on a good day.
I remember when we saw you there, I went, well, what's it like for you? Because it's about the same for you to travel down as it is for us to travel across. We was talking about that's like crazy, crazy. Because it does for me you're next door, but Wales is a bigger country than you think, isn't it?
It certainly is, and it always makes me laugh, Darren, when people say, "Oh, you're from Wales." I said, "Yeah." "Oh, do you know Di Jones in Cardiff?" "Yeah, of course I do."
So, as I said before, we're obviously here to talk about Stone Dead and Stone Dead volunteering, and we talked a lot about it. Didn't meet you last year to interview, but the year before we did, and I was going over that video, and one thing you said in that video, which I didn't to ask at the time, was initially when Stone Dead was being organised because you're ex-police officer, you was going to be head of security. How come that changed then, and you became volunteer captain, and Jules was head of security?
Probably because Jules was better qualified than I
All
was,
right.
given her background, and because apparently I'm quite a sociable character. They sort of said, "Would you mind doing the volunteers?" Neil was doing it initially. Neil Maynell was doing it initially,
All right. Yeah.
and then he sort of passed the buck on to me, and I was only too happy to take it over from Neil. Strangely, I quite like people, Dan.
Yeah. You can tell that, mate. You definitely tell you're a people person. My wife Sue always says that about you.
Ah, bless her. She's a poor judge of character.
So you said, as when I talked to Chris, it starts Stone Dead 2026 when Stone Dead 2025 finished. Where's everybody in the Stone Dead organization at with organizing Stone Dead 2026? Where are we at the moment?
Well, speaking for Chris Sumby, he's probably planning 27 and 28
Yeah.
as we sit here chatting now. So he tends to work further ahead than any of us, really. So he's got his finger on the pulse, probably got some bands booked for the next couple of years, knowing Chris. Neil obviously is in charge of the operations. He comes into it a little bit later. Um, Once the show's pretty much ready to go, he takes over everything on the ground, as it were. The merchant, as you might have noticed, has been
Hmm.
busy doing what the merchant does,
Yeah.
selling his wares.
Yeah, getting some good stuff. I like to save mine until till the day, but you've got yours obviously already.
Do you know
Like
what?
that.
I swear to God, Darren, one of my chores, as I was mentioning earlier, was to sort out my t-shirts and sweatshirts and gig shirts and what have you. I have now filled, oh, I think it was half a dozen those shrink wrap um, bags
Yeah,
with t-shirts. And the majority of them, I would say, were Stone Dead ones because they were taking over. So, yeah, hundreds and hundreds of the damn things since day one. I think I've bought nearly every bit of merch that's going. So
brilliant.
not only are we involved in producing the thing, we actually contribute towards it as
Yeah,
well massively. So yeah, and for myself, prep wise, as I said,
yeah,
it sort of starts on the day of 2025. I'm walking around the field, chatting to people, and even then trying to encourage people to come and volunteer. Um, and then it's getting it out there on the socials. Obviously, we use Facebook heavily, WhatsApp, you name it. This is all modern stuff. I don't understand it. We have younger people that deal with that. It's some sort of black magic. I don't understand it. So we get all the stuff out on the socials. Obviously, we're not. Luckily, again for the 6 year running, we've sold out in
mm,
record time this year. So we're not advertising as hard as we would normally. We still advertise, you might have noticed, in Classic Rock and
yeah,
such places. It's just to remind people that we're still here. The fact that we're not pushing tickets doesn't mean that we're not advertising the festival and keeping people's interest, up to speed. So it's, yeah, for me, it's very much getting it out there, trying to encourage volunteers to come and join us
mm,
because, as you noticed this year, I think we had about 260. I think, in total,
Right.
which is, compared to a lot of festivals, it's a lot of volunteers per
Yeah.
head of um, capacity, if you like, that coming through the gates. I try to over egg it for various reasons. One being that people like to have that volunteer presence. They like to be able to talk to the vols, and our vols are generally very sociable and will engage in conversation. Plus, the big selling point is the more vols we have, the more time off people have.
Mm.
Those that take their breaks, Darren.
Yeah.
Not not like the people on Redgate that never seem
No.
to move
We're
from
too
there.
busy. Too busy, mate.
I'm too busy chatting. That's what it is, and
Too
having a
busy.
good time.
Too busy chatting, having a good time, seeing the accessibility people, seeing anybody who wants to come. Yeah, loving it. Loving it myself. So where are we with numbers at the moment, mate, with volunteers? Are you where you need to be? Are you getting to where you need to be?
Right, I said it last year, and I'll say it again this year. My ideal number would be 300. Um, Again, over egging it massively. However, it benefits everyone. The more we have, the easier it is for everyone. Currently, we stand at, I think it's 217.
Oh,
So for this time of the year, it's pretty good,
yeah,
and it bodes well for hitting that 300 total, which is my goal for this year. I think we've noticed over the years we get the few that drop out as well, and I think I said it's roughly between 10 and 15% drop out. So the more I can over egg it, the more chance we've got of getting the numbers that we need.
yeah. And is there, are you, have you got a hole in a certain area? Is there any skills you want? No, usually telehandler comes up. Have you only got any telehandlers? But you seem to have got that sorted the last couple of years. Are there any particular skills you need?
Well, it's funny you should mention the telehandler because what's come to light is we have to have current licensed telehandler drivers, and they're a bit short on the ground, Darren. Would you believe?
Yeah, I do
Um,
believe it. Yeah,
yeah, it's in the past. I think we've got away with an on-site training.
yeah,
However, in discussion with our wonderful health and safety people who were brilliant last year, they said, you know what, it's still public ground. You need actual licensed telehandler drivers. So, do you know what? If there are licensed telehandler drivers out there that would like to be a part of the event, please, please, please jump on and volunteer because I think we've got two at the moment, but obviously we use a telehandler during the build.
mm,
The stage use at least one telehandler, and we like to have another one, um, not as a spare, which because they're always busy, but three telehandlers would be ideal. So we've got one licensed telehandler driver um, who does that as a job anyway. So he's on a busman's holiday,
yeah,
and I think I've got one other. So another one would be absolutely fantastic. Apart from telehandler drivers,
yeah.
our Jules, our head of security, is always looking for accredited SIA um, bods to go on her security team. Um, we've found that a lot of the jobs that need to be done can't be done by casual volunteers. They need to be done by proper accredited security. So
Right.
Jules is always on the lookout for anybody who's an accredited SIA practitioner. So those are the two areas in particular. And then we're just looking to bolster other areas within the site, i.e. the inner campsite, which Aussie Wright runs, um, brown and yellow gate, the box office gates. We could do with a couple more there. We're always looking for some bods on the arena team. Anybody with any good hospitality experience that can give up a week, I'm sure Louise would
Mm,
snatch their hand off. So that yeah, all areas pretty much.
cool.
We're looking for a few more people.
So sell it to them, mate. Those people who are watching and thinking, yeah, I've got those skills. What are they going to expect from being a volunteer? I mean, I know, and we discussed it before, but if anybody's not seen the videos, you tell us what we can look forward to.
Well, I suppose the main thing, which is a draw for a lot of people, is to be that cog within the bigger wheel that creates the monster that is Stonedead Festival. It's probably one of, oh, dare I say it,
Yeah,
arguably
say it.
the best small rock
Yeah.
festival in the UK. I would stretch that to probably mainland Europe. That's a
Okay.
bold statement, but I genuinely believe it. So being a part of that, the kudos of being part of that is a big draw for a lot of people. The fact that you get to see what goes on behind the scenes, warts and all, of what goes on in putting an award-winning festival on. Um, the ups, the downs, and the everything in between. Sometimes it's a joy, and other times it's hard work, and we meet lots of trials and tribulations. We meet them head on, and we deal with them, and we tend to put on a good show. And it's the joy and the pleasure of being a part of that. I think is awesome. Um, One of the other draws, of course, is our wonderful goodie bag,
Yeah.
uh, which comes with a bespoke one-off staff T-shirt, as you know.
Hmm.
Um, we also have other bits and bobs that the merchant kindly donates into the goodie bag. We have the £5 discount on merch. We've got a couple of other incentives this year.
Oh, are you
Yeah.
able to say?
Well, I don't know. Do you think I should?
Yeah, oh, I think you should. Come on, let's hear.
Okay, then. So, one of the things, we- one of the things that we do, and we have done from day one, is we ask a nominal fee when people join up. So it's £35, I think, for the first year, 25 for the second, 15 for the third, and then it's free after the third year. So, in addition to that, this year, you like this, Darren? In
Yeah.
addition to that, we're going to offer everyone who's completed 3 years or more
Hmm.
a free guest ticket.
Wow.
So, friends or
Oh my
family, there's a
God.
free guest ticket.
Oh
So, that's,
my God, that is such a good one.
what do you
Oh, you
reckon? Do you
pulled it
like
out of the bag there, mate.
that?
Oh, I'm loving that.
Yeah, I,
Yes,
th- I think that's quite a nice little incentive,
it is.
and I think it's more a reward for people's commitment, and hard work over the years. And by God, some of you guys work so hard. It's mind blowing. So that's one thing. Should I tell you the other?
Yes. Does he gets better?
Oh, there's more. There's more. So this year, you know how we do. We sort of provide a basic breakfast.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
yeah,
then over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we provide a hot meal.
yeah. That's what I was going to say. We get a voucher for a hot meal. That's another
Yeah.
incentive because they're quite good there. Especially, I'm going to mention him as usual, Mr.
Right.
Toasty. But
Yeah.
anyway, carry on.
Forget your vouchers.
Oh, right.
So this year, we're going to provide lunch and dinner, not just Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but from when people are on site the
Oh
Monday
my
prior
God.
to the Monday post. How's
Oh
that?
man. Oh, mate.
Hey?
Sign me up. Sign me up.
So there's a couple of really nice sort of incentives, and as I say, a little bit of a reward for people's hard work and endeavours over the years. With a festival that likes to give,
Yeah, you certainly are, and you certainly do, mate. Every year, something little bit more, and this year you're really kind of topping it off there. That is great. I'm really going to look forward to that. Not that I won't be coming anyway, because
Well, no.
it's lovely. I love the little, like you said, my main incentive is being that little cog in the wheel and looking, seeing behind the scenes
Mm.
and that. And then, there's we're in the like the staff area and some of the band people will come or other guests from other bands that are not playing, they'll be there. You can have a chat with them and meet them kind of like in their civvies, for want of a better word. And obviously, we always get time off to watch at least one or two bands.
Mhm.
So it's great. I love volunteering. I'll be there again this
Yeah,
coming year.
brilliant.
But
I
we've got
forgot
those
to say
two
as well, but
things.
you mentioned it. There was volunteers headquarters.
Yeah,
It's the hub of all activities concerning the volunteers. And one of the things that you're aware of and other people are aware of is that we do the daily briefings, the morning briefings. We try and ensure that everyone is fully skilled up for the tasks that we're asking them to undertake. And I think that's something we're getting better at. And I think what helps is the likes of yourself, Darren, who've been there from your dot, who know what they're doing, and you
yeah,
help the new evolves that come in,
yeah.
make them feel welcome, and sort of introduce them to what the work that they're expected to do. And I think that's a huge thing, and that's why I'm encouraged by how many return volunteers that we have, and how engaging and helpful they are to the new volunteers that come in. So I think that's a huge thing as well. And we have this hub, don't we? The
Hmm.
volunteers headquarters,
Yeah,
where people come in and they can mix and chat and find out what they do in other areas. And as you rightly said, we've been blessed by having the odd star or
yeah,
two that
yeah,
wander into headquarters and mingle
yeah.
with the vols, which is absolutely fabulous. And where else you get that opportunity? Mm,
Nowhere is what I'm going to say. Nowhere. That's right. Correct answer?
absolutely, I think.
I reckon
I
so. I would
I
say so,
haven't
yeah.
seen it unless you're paying for meet and greet or you're paid for
Exactly, yeah.
VIP.
Yeah.
You know, one thing with Stonedead Festival is we don't have a VIP section. There are no VIP tickets. Everyone who comes through the gate is a VIP, and that's how we like to treat
Mm,
people. That everyone is a very important person,
yeah.
regardless. Um, yes, we have the guest area, and you could be lucky enough to be working on the guest area, and you see all sorts of,
Hmm.
you know, stars walking in and out
Yeah.
and chatting, and it's a very sociable thing to be involved in. And people. I mean, I remember the first time we did Stone Deaf as it was, and I stood there, mouth agape, looking at these people, thinking, "Oh my God, these are my heroes." And they
Yeah.
stood in front of me and they're talking to me for God's sake, and I
Yeah.
don't know what to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
And then you realise after a while, do you know what? They're no different to us, Darren.
No, that's
You know,
right. Yeah.
they'll chat about the weather, they'll chat
Yeah.
about their hobbies, they'll chat about anything, usually other than music. Um,
That's right. Yeah.
so it's that was a real eye opener for me, being able to be so close to people that you've held on a pedestal for
Mm,
years, and just to find that you know they're the same as us with the
mm.
same interests outside of that obvious skill and talent that they've got.
Yeah. I'll always remember. Can't remember if it was last year or the year before. Luke Morley was there, and he just came over and he needed help with something. He was like, "Excuse me, mate, can you like blah blah?" Blah." I think he was trying to find one of his family members, and I'm like, "Yeah, well, helping him out." I'm like, I'm thinking, talking to Luke Morley here of Thunder, and I love Thunder, always have done. I'm like, I couldn't believe it. It was great.
It's quite surreal, isn't it,
Oh
Darren?
yeah, very
It's
surreal.
it's surreal, and prior to getting involved with Stone Deaf, Stone Dead, I'd never sort of experienced that closeness to
No,
so-called rock stars.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, it's an amazing opportunity just to come across these people and generally have a chit chat about all sorts.
yeah,
Um, I tend not to approach people. If I'll let them approach me. They're private people. I'll let them go about their business. They're there to do a job. But what I find is that they're more than happy to engage. And what's peculiar, I don't, it's not peculiar to Stone Dead. I think it happens in other places, but it's more noticeable for me is that people, the bands and that, will happily wander around through the crowd after they've played or before they've played,
Yeah,
and happily engage with the paying public, which is,
yeah.
I think it says a lot about Stone Dead, and it's how sociable it is and what a community it is. I know it sounds cliched, but it is very much a community,
Hmm.
and the bands feel that as well. You know.
Yeah, I think you're right there. I don't think there's many more festivals that the artists would come out into the arena because they'd get mobbed. You'd never be able to do that at like Download. I know that's like huge, but even a little bit smaller than that, bigger than Stone Dead, I don't think they'd come out at all. But on Stone Dead, they do.
No, I think that's true. I was there are other independent festivals like Steelhouse and Call
Yeah,
of the Wild where
yeah,
people do that because
yeah,
they feel that closeness to the
yeah.
public, and they know they're not going to get mobbed, and they enjoy the experience. So it's really nice to be able to experience that, I think. And as a volunteer, then you're doubling or trebling your chances of having those conversations.
Mm, lovely. So let's do it, folks. Come and volunteer for Stone Dead. There's still plenty of room, especially if you're a telehandler or you've got, is it SIA license for security?
Yeah,
Is that the one I'm thinking of?
yeah.
Do it. When is cut off? I know it's um, quite close to the date, isn't it? When's cut off, Dowie?
I don't generally have a cut-off period. I would say the week preceding the event is probably where I would say, that's it now. Probably got enough. If I've got enough prior to that, and I'm oversubscribed, then I might call it a day sooner. But pretty much we're open to anybody who wants to come and volunteer. Pretty much, if people can, give up a bit of their time. What we do ask, Darren, is that people sort of give up a minimum of 3 days if
Yeah,
possible, and ideally it'd be the Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
yeah.
But people have, and we see more of it every year. People turn up on sort of a Sunday prior.
Mm.
Monday in particular, I think we had 60 or 70 people turn up
Oh,
on the
brilliant.
Monday,
Yeah.
which is phenomenal. And we found ourselves more or less a day ahead of where we needed
Oh
to be.
yeah, yeah. Last year you were, weren't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, which was absolutely brilliant. And everyone then feels a little bit more relaxed, because you've got that little bit of time to play with. So the more the merrier that we can get beginning of the week. It just makes life easier as we get towards show day.
Yeah,
So, but yeah, anybody who can commit sort of 3 days would be great. If anybody can commit 7 days, that's absolutely
mm,
brilliant. We'll always find something for people to do, even though what I tend to do is I put people into teams, as you're aware.
yeah.
So somebody's team might not really kick off until the Friday, but if they turn up on the Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, we'll still find work for people
There's
to
still
do.
plenty of
To
stuff to do, sorting the
yeah,
arena out and that, isn't there, and
yeah.
putting stuff out.
And last year, I forgot to mention, we had an extra bonus because we had a young man who was a masseur, if you
Oh
remember.
yeah, that's right.
So, so he was able to offer free. I don't know, were they
Oh,
free?
be careful, be careful.
Were they free or did he charge? I can't remember, but it
Well,
was.
no, I'm just going to say what he was doing. I was just going to be say, careful how you word what he was doing.
It was absolutely above board. There
Of
was nothing,
course, of
nothing, nothing
course.
seedy about it at all. He was offering sort of massages to legs, arms, backs, necks, just for folk who were feeling the strain a little bit, because there's a fair bit of walking, and for some people, there's a fair bit of lifting and lugging around. So he was offering his services. God, I've got to be careful how
Yeah,
I say that.
see what I mean? See what I
Yeah,
mean?
he was offering his I know it doesn't get better if I say professional services. Um, but yeah, he was amazing, and I think people really benefited from that, and they were saying how good it is. And he's back again this year, and
Brilliant.
we'll be offering a professional massage.
That's a massage.
Nothing beady, nothing dodgy, just a professional sports massage. There we go. It's a sports
There you
massage.
go.
There we go. I
There you go.
think I got myself
Brilliant.
out of that hole.
You did, mate. You did. You did. Well, that is fantastic, mate. Thanks for bringing up the speed, especially those two extras for people who have been volunteering for 3 or more years, did you say it was?
Yeah, 3 or more
Yeah.
years. Then they'll have uh, what did I say it was? Oh, they'll have an extra guest ticket
Yeah.
allocated to them as
Yeah.
a thank you for the
Yeah.
commitment and hard work.
Yeah.
And also, don't forget, we will be providing food for the whole week for our
Yes.
volunteers. I'm
Brilliant.
not.
Awesome.
Hey, it's not going to be steak and stuff, you know.
Oh,
Let's. But
oh.
it'll be a substantial meal,
It'll
a
be,
filling meal.
mate, if I know anything about the organisers of Stone Dead, it'll be something really decent, no matter
It'll
what
be
it
all right.
is, mate.
It'll be all right.
Yeah.
It's just we value our volunteers so much, and again, it sounds cliched, but without you guys, the volunteers that turn up, give up their time freely, to help create what is a superb festival, there would be no festival. You know, you can put the
No,
bands
that's right.
on, but
That's
then
right.
it's great, but who's going to keep an eye on it? Who's going to make sure it runs properly? So without you guys who commit heart and soul to it, we'd be nothing. It's as simple as that. Cliched as hell, but without you guys, we're nothing.
Mhm.
So,
Well,
so if there is
nice
anybody
to
out
say
there
no.
who does want to
Yep.
jump on board, which
Yep.
Dad and myself highly recommend it.
Definitely do. Oh, yes, you need to tell everybody how to volunteer.
Yes, so the easiest way is to jump on the Stone Dead website and go to www.stonedeadfestival.co.uk/other dash info/. That'll take you directly to the volunteers section on the website, and that'll tell you everything you need to know, pretty much back up much of the stuff I've just said now. And it will also give you a link to the registration form. So the registration form is important. It's how I know who's coming, when they come in, what they're doing or what they'd like to do, and also gives us some emergency contact info, and also helps me with regards to any issues around fire or such like when the event's on. So www.stonedeadfestival.co.uk/other dash info/. So that's one way to get onto it. And then if you keep an eye on the socials and you have a look at the Stone Dead Facebook page, you will see me begging. No, I don't beg.
You don't
Asking
need to
for
beg. You don't need to
asking.
beg, mate.
No, I don't. Asking for volunteers, and within that little thing that I put on the page, there's usually a link on that for you to click on, and that will take you straight through to the volunteer info as well. So yeah, a couple of ways to do it. Easiest way, Stone Dead webpage. Just follow the signage for info other volunteers,
Hmm.
and
And
that'll
I've flashed that up at the bottom, folks, the web address. But if you scroll down into the description of this video, there'll be a link straight to that, as well as the Stone Dead Facebook page and everything else that I can think of to put in this description.
perfect.
Brilliant, mate.
Awesome.
Lovely. It's great to catch up with you, Dowie. Have you got anything else to add about volunteering?
Do you know what? Just do it.
Just do it.
We're year 8 now, and for me, it's been a ride of a lifetime. Yes, I'm involved in the production side of things, but as I've said, every person that turns up is an important cog in that big wheel that turns to make Stone Dead Festival the monster that it is. Do you know what? It's brilliant. I don't know anyone who's regretted being a volunteer.
No.
I think everyone, to a man or woman or child within reason over 14, has really enjoyed the experience. As I say, 8 years. This is it, year
Yeah.
eight. Should have been year nine, but COVID put
Oh
paid
yeah.
to 1 year.
Yeah.
So this is year eight, and
Yeah.
we've got people, I'd say 60% of people that are returning, and I'd say
Yeah.
about 40% of those have been with us all the way.
Yeah.
No, that's pretty good. It's,
That
it's,
is.
it's great fun. It's a hell of an experience. If you want to see what goes on the other side of the wire, there is no better way to do it.
No.
And we'll look after you.
Yeah, oh, they certainly do, folks. Stonedead will definitely look after you. And I think what Dewi said there is a testament to how good it is. How everybody, right from the beginning, 2018, people who have volunteered come back year and year and year. I mean, I volunteered in the second year because I didn't know anything about volunteering in the first year, but ever since 2019, I've been there and I shall be there until I can't be there for whatever reason. Especially
Absolutely.
2 years' time, mate. 10th
10 year.
anniversary.
My goodness me.
Are you going to be able to give us any secrets for 2 years' time?
No, no, I know nothing. The little man, Mr. Sunby, knows all that sort of stuff. He doesn't share that with us. I haven't
No.
got a clue. He's got some tricks up his sleeve, I'm sure. And as we know, he pulls rabbits out of hats on a regular basis. So I have no doubt year 10 will be something spectacular,
Oh,
not to be
yeah.
missed. And I would say, by God, be a part of it now, ready for that, because that's going to be
Yeah,
phenomenal. It really is.
that is.
Plus,
Good
plus,
point.
you have me to entertain you all week as well.
And you can't get any better than that, folks. Brilliant.
All right, buddy.
Again, Dowie, thanks very much for joining us here on Morning Rock Out and reminding us all what a great thing it is to do to volunteer at Stonedead Festival. As I said, and I'll talk to you after we've finished here, I shall be there. I want to say next year, but no, it's this year. Not long to go now, mate. Not
I
long.
know.
It'll soon come. Weather is starting to pick up a little bit. So I tell you what, it's been crap, hasn't it? Weather-wise, it's been crap. So come August, we're going to be baking in the hot sun, mate. It's going to be a fantastic weekend. Can't wait.
Definitely. We're due a hot one.
We are due a hot one. Brilliant. Thanks a lot, Dowie. I'll see you. Well, I'll see you in a field in August, but I'll see you before then anyway, I'm sure, mate.
Indeed, you will. Cheers, Darren.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks, buddy.